Have you ever walked down a school corridor late at night, the silence broken only by the echo of your own footsteps? Have you ever felt a presence, a chill that has nothing to do with the temperature? I have, and it's a feeling I won't soon forget. We often think of schools as places of learning, laughter, and youthful energy. But what if I told you that beneath the surface, within the very walls where history has unfolded, other stories reside? Stories of tragedy, of loss, and of something beyond. Tonight, we're not talking about textbooks and exams. We're venturing into the shadows, exploring the UK's most haunted schools. These aren't just campfire tales. These are accounts passed down through generations. Whispers in the hallways, sightings in empty classrooms, experiences that have left staff and students chilled to the bone. From ancient grammar schools with centuries of history to more modern buildings where echoes of the past still resonate, we'll uncover the chilling secrets these institutions hold. We'll delve into the stories, the documented accounts, and the local legends that have earned these schools their reputations as some of the most haunted places in Britain. Prepare yourselves, because these aren't just ghost stories. These are the real hauntings of Britain's most terrifying schools. Haunted School Number 1. The Ancient Grammar School, Stratford-upon-Avon. What if your school wasn't just a place of learning, but a place where the past refuses to rest? The Ancient Grammar School in Stratford-upon-Avon, just steps away from Shakespeare's birthplace, has stood since the 16th century, its walls steeped in history. But some say those walls hold more than just echoes of Elizabethan scholars. They hold something far more chilling. Founded in 1553, this school has educated generations of Stratford's youth. But it's not just the academic achievements that have left their mark. It is said that within these ancient walls, a spectral presence still roams the corridors, a lost soul bound to the building for eternity. For centuries, students and staff have whispered about a spectral presence, a young boy, a student from long ago, whose life ended tragically within these grounds. His restless spirit is said to wander the dim corridors, his shadow flickering between bookshelves in the library. Those who have encountered him describe an eerie, bone-chilling cold, even on summer days, and the sound of quiet sobbing drifting through the empty halls. Some say he's searching for something, a lost book, perhaps, or a way to escape his spectral prison. Whatever the reason, his presence is a chilling reminder that even in a place of learning, the past can leave its mark in ways we can't fully comprehend. Haunted School Number 2. Culloden Academy, Culloden, Scotland. Now, we journey north, to the rugged Scottish Highlands, and the imposing Culloden Academy. This modern school stands on land steeped in history, a history marked by one of the most brutal and decisive battles ever fought on British soil, the Battle of Culloden. It was here, in 1746, that the Jacobite uprising met its bloody end. Thousands of Highlanders fell, their dreams of a Stuart king crushed amidst the heather and the mud. And it's said that the echoes of that fateful day still reverberate through the grounds of Culloden Academy. Staff and students alike have reported seeing shadowy figures clad in Highland dress, their forms fleeting and indistinct, moving across the playing fields or disappearing into the very walls of the school. Some say they are the ghosts of Jacobite soldiers, forever trapped on the battlefield where they met their demise. Perhaps the most chilling accounts involve the sound of bagpipes, a mournful lament echoing across the school grounds, a tune that speaks of loss and heartbreak. It's a sound that sends shivers down the spine, a constant reminder of the tragedy that unfolded here centuries ago. The past, it seems, refuses to be silenced at Culloden Academy. Haunted School Number 3. Chillingham Castle School, Northumberland. From the battlefields of Scotland, we travel south to Northumberland, a land of ancient castles and whispered legends. Here, nestled in the shadow of the famously haunted Chillingham Castle, stands a small school that shares in the castle's chilling reputation. Chillingham Castle, with its dark history of imprisonment, torture, and executions, is considered one of the most haunted buildings in Britain, and it seems its ghostly residents haven't confined themselves to the castle walls. The nearby school is said to share in the spectral activity, inheriting some of the castle's unsettling atmosphere. Perhaps the most well-known apparition connected to both the castle and the school is the Blue Boy. This spectral figure, said to be the ghost of a young boy dressed in blue, is often seen near the school's tower. Witnesses describe him as pale and distressed, his face etched with fear. The most chilling aspect of this haunting is the sound that often accompanies the Blue Boy's appearance. The sound of a child crying, a heart-wrenching wail that echoes through the school, a plea for help that has lingered for centuries. The presence of the Blue Boy serves as a constant, unsettling reminder of the suffering and tragedy that has stained the very stones of Chillingham, a darkness that has seeped into the adjacent school, leaving an indelible mark. But the cries of a lost child are not the only sounds that haunt the halls of Britain's schools. Our next location holds a secret, a tragedy that unfolded within its walls, a story that chills the blood. Haunted School Number 4, Glamorgan School, Wales. The whispers of the paranormal echo not just in grand castles or ancient battlefields. Sometimes, they cling to more ordinary places, places one might pass every day without a second thought. Like Glamorgan School in Wales, a place where the past refuses to stay buried. No epic battles were fought here, no dungeons held prisoners. Yet, within these walls, a different kind of drama unfolded, a quiet tragedy that has left its mark on the school. The spirit of a former headmaster, who died in his office, is said to linger here, a presence felt rather than seen. A sudden, inexplicable drop in temperature, a chill that seeps into your bones, is often the first sign. Then comes the scent, the distinct, unmistakable aroma of pipe tobacco, clinging to the air like a phantom memory even though smoking is strictly prohibited on school grounds. And the doors, they open and close on their own, as if an unseen hand is testing their hinges, a silent, spectral inspection. It's as if the headmaster is still on duty, keeping a watchful eye, even from beyond the grave. The chill, the smell, the restless doors, all combine to create an atmosphere of unease, a sense that the headmaster never truly left his post. From the quiet unease of a headmaster's presence, we now turn to something far more disturbing, a place where the innocence of childhood has been twisted into something truly terrifying. Haunted School Number 5. The Old Schoolhouse, Bakewell. A seemingly quaint relic of a bygone era, nestled in the picturesque town of Bakewell. Its weathered stone walls and aged windows hint at a history far more unsettling than its charming facade suggests. Built in the late 18th century, this building served as the town's primary school for generations. However, a series of tragic events, including a devastating fire and unexplained childhood illnesses, cast a dark shadow over its history. Locals began to whisper of a curse, a lingering sorrow that clung to the very stones of the schoolhouse. Witnesses have reported unsettling occurrences within the schoolhouse. Books are inexplicably hurled from shelves, lights flicker and die, plunging rooms into sudden darkness. But it's the laughter that chills the blood. A high-pitched, innocent giggle, echoing through the empty classrooms, a sound that suggests a child at play, yet carries an undercurrent of something deeply unsettling. It is said that the spirit of a young student, who perished in the fire, lingers within the building, forever trapped in a cycle of playful, yet tormented, existence. Locals whisper of a bone-deep chill that descends upon visitors, accompanied by the feeling of unseen eyes watching their every move. A local resident, Sarah, recounted her experience. One evening, while locking up, I heard a giggle from the classroom. I turned to see a book fly off the desk. The air went icy cold, and I felt a paralyzing dread. I haven't been back since. Can you imagine the sorrow of a child, lost and alone, forever echoing through the halls? What would you do if you encountered this playful, yet tragic spirit? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Haunted School Number 6, Lincoln Castle Academy, Lincolnshire. A school standing in the formidable shadow of one of England's most historically significant fortresses. A place where the echoes of medieval life blend with the present, and where spectral figures are said to walk the corridors. Situated adjacent to Lincoln Castle, a structure with a history spanning nearly a millennium, the academy inevitably inherits a sense of its turbulent past. The castle, having served as a stronghold, a prison, and a court, has witnessed countless acts of violence and suffering. Point 1. It's believed that the academy, sharing the castle's grounds, has absorbed some of its residual energy. It is said that the spirit of a medieval monk roams the academy's corridors, his presence felt as a cold, unsettling draft. Witnesses have reported hearing the sound of echoing footsteps, as if someone is walking the halls in heavy sandals, even when the building is empty. Locals whisper of a spectral figure, clad in a brown robe, seen gliding through the shadows, disappearing into solid walls. Some believe he was a monk imprisoned within the castle's walls, his spirit now forever bound to the grounds. The faint sound of chanting, a mournful lament, has also been heard, adding to the unsettling atmosphere. A former caretaker, speaking anonymously, once said, "I'd often hear footsteps late at night, when I knew I was alone. One night, I saw a figure in the corridor, a dark shape that seemed to fade away as I approached. It was then I knew this place wasn't just old, it was haunted." When the past and present collide, what remnants are left behind? Could the spirits of Lincoln Castle be forever intertwined with the academy? Share your thoughts below. Haunted School Number 7. The Thomas Mills High School, Suffolk. A seemingly ordinary school, nestled in the quiet countryside, yet one where the ordinary is frequently interrupted by the unsettling and inexplicable. Founded in 1729, Thomas Mills High School has a long and storied history. While no single, catastrophic event is tied to its hauntings, the school's age and the countless lives that have passed through its doors seem to have created an environment ripe for paranormal activity. Strange occurrences are a regular part of life at Thomas Mills. Disembodied voices, whispers carried on the air, are often heard when no one else is present. Objects move on their own, desks shifting, books falling from shelves, as if manipulated by unseen hands. And a chilling sensation of being watched pervades the building, a feeling that sends shivers down the spine. It is said that the school is haunted by multiple spirits, their identities lost to time. One particularly chilling account tells of a teacher who, late one evening, saw a ghostly figure standing in the doorway of his classroom. The figure, described as a dark, indistinct shape, simply stood there, watching, before vanishing into thin air. A former teacher, who wished to remain anonymous, recounted, "I was marking papers late one night when I felt an intense cold spot. I looked up and saw a figure in the doorway. It wasn't solid, more like a shadow, and it just disappeared. I haven't stayed late since." What unseen eyes watch us from the shadows? Can the weight of history leave such a tangible, chilling presence? Have you ever felt the sensation of being watched when alone? Share your experiences. Haunted School Number 8, Northgate High School, Norfolk. A place where the youthful energy of students clashes with the lingering sorrow of a tragic past. While Northgate High School is a relatively modern institution, the land it occupies has a history that stretches back centuries. It's believed that an old, forgotten tragedy, involving the accidental death of a young girl, has imbued the school grounds with a sense of melancholy and unease. The haunting of Northgate High School centers around the spirit of a young girl, said to have fallen from the school's bell tower. Her ghostly figure is sometimes seen in the upper floors, a fleeting image of a distressed child, forever trapped in her final moments. It is said that the most chilling aspect of this haunting is the sound of her screams. A sudden, piercing cry that echoes through the corridors, a heart-wrenching sound that sends shivers down the spine. Witnesses describe a feeling of intense sadness and dread, as if the girl's anguish is seeping into the very fabric of the building. A former student, who requested anonymity, shared, "I was in the library late one afternoon when I heard a scream. It sounded like a girl, and it was so loud, it made my blood run cold. I looked around, but there was no one there. I never went back to the library after school again." Can the echoes of a tragic accident forever haunt a place? What sorrow lingers in the air when a life is cut short? Have you ever felt the weight of a past tragedy in a place you've been? Haunted School Number 9, Shrewsbury School, Shropshire. A venerable institution steeped in history, where the echoes of a tragic past linger on the playing fields and in the shadowed corridors. Founded in 1552, Shrewsbury School boasts a long and prestigious history. However, it's also a place where a dark legend has taken root, a tale of a student who met a violent and untimely end. The most chilling story associated with Shrewsbury School is that of the headless ghost. It is said that the spirit of a former student, who suffered a gruesome death, now haunts the school grounds, particularly the cricket field. Witnesses have reported seeing a spectral figure, a dark shape without a head, moving across the field, a chilling reminder of the tragic event. The sound of phantom horse hooves has also been heard, as if the ghostly student is still reliving his final moments. A former groundskeeper, who spoke on condition of anonymity, stated, "I was working late one night, and I saw a dark shape moving across the cricket field. I couldn't make out any details, but it was like it didn't have a head. I ran, and I haven't been back after dark since." What unspeakable tragedy left such a horrifying mark? Can a place truly be haunted by the echoes of violence? But the horrors of Shrewsbury School are just a prelude to the chilling tales that await us. Our next location holds a secret buried deep within its ancient walls, a secret that will send shivers down your spine. Haunted School Number 10, the King's School, Canterbury. One of the oldest continuously operating schools in England, a place where centuries of history intertwine with chilling tales of spectral monks and echoing chants. Founded in 597 AD, the King's School is steeped in ancient history, closely linked to Canterbury Cathedral. Its long and storied past, filled with religious tradition and monastic life, has given rise to numerous ghost stories that persist to this day. It is said that the spirit of a spectral monk roams the school's cloisters, his presence felt as a cold, unsettling draft. Witnesses have reported seeing his shadowy figure gliding through the ancient passageways, disappearing into solid walls. The most chilling aspect of this haunting is the sound of Gregorian chanting, a mournful lament that echoes through the ancient halls. The sound of echoing footsteps, as if someone is walking the cloisters in heavy sandals, is also frequently reported, adding to the atmosphere of dread. A former student, who wished to remain anonymous, shared, "Late one night, I was walking through the cloisters when I heard chanting. It sounded like monks, but there was no one there. Then, I saw a figure in the shadows, a dark shape that seemed to fade away. It was terrifying." What secrets lie hidden within the ancient stones of the King's School? Can the echoes of monastic life forever haunt its halls? Have you ever felt the presence of something ancient, something otherworldly? The veil between worlds grows thin. What we are about to witness is a haunting that transcends time itself. Haunted School Number 11, Repton School, Derbyshire. A place where the weight of history weighs down upon its students, and where the echoes of tragedy linger in the very air. Founded in 1557, Repton School boasts a long and turbulent history. Within its ancient walls, tales of a devastating fire and the sudden deaths of students and staff have contributed to its reputation as a place of spectral activity. It is said that Repton School is haunted by multiple spirits, most notably a former headmaster and a young boy who perished in a tragic fire. Their presence is often felt as sudden, bone-chilling cold spots and unexplained noises that echo through the empty halls. Witnesses have reported hearing faint whispers, the sound of a child's cough, and the unmistakable crackling of flames, even when no fire is present. The spirit of the young boy is said to be particularly active near the old dormitory, where the fire is believed to have started. A former student, who experienced the haunting firsthand, shared, "I was in my room late one night when I felt an intense cold spot. Then, I heard a child's cough, followed by the sound of crackling flames. I looked around, but there was nothing there. I was terrified. Can the flames of the past still burn in the present? What lingering anguish remains when lives are extinguished too soon? Have you ever felt the icy grip of fear in a place where tragedy once struck? Share your experiences in the comments section below. Haunted School Number 12, Christ's Hospital, West Sussex. The Bluecoat School, a place of tradition and unique uniform, but also a place where the air hums with tales of spectral figures and the heart-rending sounds of unseen children. Founded in 1552, Christ's Hospital has a long and complex history, moving locations and evolving over centuries. Its legacy includes the care of orphaned and disadvantaged children, a history that, some believe, has left an imprint on the school's very soul. Within these walls, stories circulate of a spectral matron, her presence felt as a stern, watchful gaze. She is said to roam the dormitories, her footsteps echoing through the night, a silent guardian or lingering reminder of past discipline. But it's the sound that truly unsettles. The chilling sound of children crying in the night, a chorus of sorrow that echoes through the empty halls. It's not a playful sound, but a sound of genuine distress, a heart-wrenching lament that speaks of loneliness and loss. A former student, recalling their time at the school, stated, "I remember waking up to the sound of children crying. It wasn't just one or two, it was like a whole room of them. I thought I was dreaming, but it happened more than once. It was a sound that stayed with me." What sorrows echo through the night? Can a place of care also be a place of lingering grief? When you hear the sound of a child's cry, what emotions stir within you? Haunted School Number 13, the Royal Grammar School, Guildford. An institution of tradition and academic rigor, where strange shadows and unexplained noises disrupt the quiet pursuit of knowledge. Founded in 1509, the Royal Grammar School boasts a long and rich history. Its age and the countless individuals who have passed through its halls have contributed to the belief that it is haunted by the lingering presence of the past. Within the school's old building, strange shadows dance along the walls, and unexplained noises echo through the corridors. Some believe these phenomena are attributed to the spirit of a former teacher, his presence still felt within the walls he once patrolled. Witnesses have reported seeing fleeting shadows, hearing disembodied footsteps, and a distinct sound of rustling papers, as if someone is grading assignments in an empty classroom. The occasional stern voice, reminiscent of a teacher lecturing, has also been reported, adding to the unsettling atmosphere. A current staff member, who prefers to remain anonymous, shared, "I've been working here for years, and I've heard things I can't explain. Footsteps in empty corridors, the sound of someone moving books in the library when no one is there. It's unsettling, but I've learned to live with it." What echoes remain when a life of dedication ends? Can the spirit of a teacher continue to instruct from beyond the veil? Have you ever felt the lingering presence of a past authority figure? Haunted School Number 14, Dullo Academy, Scotland. A grand institution nestled amidst the Scottish landscape, where the echoes of history and the ethereal strains of ghostly music blend into an unsettling symphony. Founded in 1818, Dullo Academy boasts a rich and storied past. Its imposing architecture and sprawling grounds have witnessed generations of students, and with them, tales of lingering spirits and spectral encounters. Dullo Academy is said to be haunted by a number of ghosts, most notably a white lady and a spectral piper. Their presence is often felt as a sudden, sharp drop in temperature, a chilling gust that sweeps through the halls. The haunting melody of bagpipes, played by an unseen piper, drifts through the academy grounds, a mournful tune that hangs heavy in the air. The White Lady, a spectral figure in flowing white garments, is said to glide through the corridors, her presence marked by a soft, mournful sigh. A former student, who experienced the haunting firsthand, recalled, "One evening, I was walking across the grounds when I heard the sound of bagpipes. It was a haunting melody, but there was no one around. Then, I felt a sudden chill, and I saw a figure in white, moving through the trees. It was terrifying." What melodies linger beyond the veil? Can the echoes of the past be carried on the wind? A chilling symphony of spectral encounters. Have you ever felt the presence of a spirit, a sudden chill that defies explanation? Haunted School Number 15, Queen Mary's Grammar School, Walsall. A place of learning, but also a place where the lingering sorrow of a tragic loss paints the halls with a spectral hue. Queen Mary's Grammar School, a girls' school steeped in tradition, is rumored to hold a particularly poignant haunting. A tragedy involving a former student is said to have imprinted the school, especially the library, with her lingering presence. It is said that the spirit of a former student, who died tragically, haunts the school library. Her ghostly figure, described as a young girl with a sorrowful expression, is said to appear amongst the bookshelves, a silent observer of the living. Witnesses have reported hearing soft, mournful weeping, the sound of pages turning, and a sudden, sharp intake of breath, as if someone is startled. The lingering sense of sadness that permeates the library is palpable, a heavy weight that settles upon visitors. A former librarian, recalling their experience, stated, "I was working late one evening in the library when I felt a sudden chill. Then, I heard a soft weeping sound, like someone was crying. I looked around, but there was no one there. I felt a deep sense of sadness, as if someone was grieving. What sorrows echo through the quiet halls of a library? Can the weight of a lost life forever bind a spirit to a place? When you encounter the remnants of grief, what emotions stir within you? Why are we so drawn to these chilling tales? Is it the thrill of the unknown, the desire to connect with something beyond our understanding? Psychologists suggest that ghost stories tap into our primal fears, our anxieties about the unknown, and our fascination with the afterlife. They also serve as a way to process our own mortality and to confront our deepest fears in a safe, albeit fictional, environment. Moreover, ghost stories often reflect cultural beliefs and anxieties, providing a window into the collective unconscious of a society. From ancient folklore to modern horror films, these tales have captivated audiences for centuries, reminding us of the enduring power of the human imagination. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, these stories offer a glimpse into the rich tapestry of history and folklore that surrounds us. They remind us that the past is not always neatly confined to history books, but can sometimes echo through the present. These haunted schools, with their whispers of the past, serve as a reminder that the boundaries between the living and the dead may not be as clear as we think. What do you think? Have you had any spooky experiences in a school? Share your stories in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more chilling explorations, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure into the paranormal.